Okay, back at it again. I think the 2K forward slash route works on Jam when she is standing, which is a rare privilege in such a matchup. I don't know what I'm doing. You know what? I have a convenient excuse whenever that kind of thing happens now, which is I am on a new controller. See, like there I wanted to summon too. Unsummon. So it's not my first time on this controller, but it is like very different in the way that you, I guess, press the buttons, because these are a lot like squishier feeling than Sanwa's, and I think most people, although I'm guessing, I think most people would prefer Sanwa's by a little bit. And this wasn't the intention when getting it, but it is a lot quieter than the sun was. I think I die. And that has obvious implications for if you're going to tournaments, but I don't think that matters all that much, to be honest, personally. And as it turns out, the controller that you're using is really not like that big of a deal. Because unless you're going from like a pad to a stick, or making some drastic changes like that, you probably still have all of your muscle memory that you're working with, and they're probably still mostly going to work. And so like, as bad as it feels that some things sometimes don't work, it's like a under 5% change in win rate, probably. And 5% is a lot, but it's just like... It's something that you can make up for in a very short amount of time, probably. And considering that the majority of games, especially on this game, are just casuals, it's like, whatever. Oh, I'm dead. If I want to burst, I have to do it before the end of that PK. Of course, jam players, they never disappoint. That's a lot of damage. That could have been a lot of damage, I'm pretty sure. That's gonna hurt. I keep feeling I could have died. Like twice now in a row. Oh, nice. It's letting me go for too little effort. Like, there's a lot of gaps here where I can just jump. And it effectively deals with what he wants to do. It's gonna, like, ID me, no? Damn. I guess 2K is the counter run-up mash things button in this matchup. It's not gonna work. Oh, my execution. That parry is not that good. As in, now I need to show him why you don't always do that. Not good. See, if he were a true jam player, he would have cancelled that clash into more buttons. Okay, hold on. Oh, one sec. Okay. You fell for the tech trap again. I can't help but think, for all these hits that he's getting, he should have done more damage. There were 2 here just now. There were a couple rounds ago. I'm just gonna go. I'm not really supposed to use up Eddie like that there. The reason I'm doing it is because I got annoyed that my controller was not doing as my bidding. So there is that, but if you're one of the rare zato players looking at this to learn gameplay, you probably don't want to use Eddie there, like I did. It's fine. That was a grab attempt, right? Oh no. Oh yes! Looks like I was the superior Guilty Gear player in that moment. I wonder if I can Executor there after the non-charge blitz attack? I probably can't. I feel like I don't have enough time. I should die here. Do I die here? Okay, I really should die here. I need a patch for every Zato grounded button is like 2 pixels longer forwards. That would save so many grievances from curing. You can't mash there. That's a fake weakness. What? It's fine. It's also fine. Nice. Rare moment where using burst there is a... Well, like, the slowdown helped a lot, but usually you do want to burst there, because you cancel the super that way. It's like bursting dots or like Leo super. Bad bursts. Also, like, objectively speaking, not the best bursts, because there's a lot of time for him to be blocking there. He could have confirmed that, I'm pretty sure. Oh my god. There we go. A combo working. I don't know what it is, but Zato buttons are feeling extra shittier today, and could just be a controller thing, but it's probably that plus I'm facing a jam. I should die. I should die. Yeah. That thing does such an absurd amount of damage at low HP. That's fine. It's not actually fine. I should stop him from doing that. What was that? He did a I-84's YRC and then Blitz. The Ryujin is coming. So here are some premises for this matchup, okay? Zato cannot win versus Jam using buttons. You can't like out-neutral Jam buttons. So that's premise number 1. Premise number 2, at any given point, if Jam has level 2 or 3 Ryujin, everything I do has to be taken with like 200% caution, because that thing hurts. And premise number 3 is that happens a lot. So anytime Eddie is out, since I need Eddie out because I can't compete using my buttons, I need to be extra cautious about Eddie not dying randomly like that. And so when you combine all of those premises together, you have a situation where you just have to out-finesse the jam player in neutral without using zato buttons, and without getting Eddie into positions where he will get killed. Which is like, okay, cool. I guess that's a thing that's not possible, I think. But Gem is far from the only character that has these kind of stringent requirements in the matchup. Oh my god. Oh, jam buttons. Like, if you're watching this, I want you to note how absurdly good these buttons are at killing Eddie. Because they are pretty good. Just realized I'm on round points. One more stuns, I think. Oh my god. Am I using the mod? I am, okay. One more. There we go. He wanted to use Regen. I showed him 6p. He decided otherwise. Also not a good burst. Oh, yes. Oh, no. The problem is you're so tall on the way up from Break the Law. So, like, I can't really... I mean, I can delay the get up, but... Oh, nice. Oh, no. Please die. Oh, he did not die. The Executor unblockable setups are always the least reliable ones because it depends upon the height at which you're using Executor, since that determines how long it takes until your opponent falls back to the ground. So if you ever see Zato doing that, you can probably like try and manually block it. Or just jump out, honestly. He's definitely looking at my eddy gauge and trying to determine, like, okay, he's low on eddy gauge, so he must be trying to go for like a throw or a reset or something there. Which is kind of what you should be doing, but it's like being done very consistently at that point. I guess the textbook answer versus Zato pressure, which is when eddy gauge is low, I have to unsummon. And so you know that I want to unsummon. Which means you can then mash at that point. Ryuden. Oh shit. I had the right answer, but the wrong timing. Oh my god. I want a goal burst. Damn. He had a hit there that caught my air backdash input. see, he's learned a new gimmick. But I heard the same thing from Mayumi's back in Frosties. He's like, yeah, I should use 5D sometimes. And there's clearly some influence there by Sin 5D, because Sin 5D is, I think, is it like -3 or something? And Zato does not have that luxury. His is like -13 on block. Although, like, yeah, maybe if I have Eddie up and I can make it safe, like, is it really worth going for a 5D mix where I have like all these other unreactable mix-ups that probably do more damage? And the answer probably, like, surprisingly enough, probably is still yes. Like, I should probably go for it once every, like, I don't know, like 10 games. I thought about this while doing FDC stuff in training mode, and it was like, yeah, I don't actually do any of this, it's just like, significantly, like on multiple magnitudes, harder to do than the other easier stuff, and it doesn't even give you that much reward. But you do it because you're now polluting your opponent's mind with like, oh, what if they do this? And so I have to account for all these different things that could happen to me. And 5D probably fits under that same category. It's like, yeah, I don't have to do it, it's not that good, but I now have to also think about this additional thing that I don't usually have to do. Alright, hold on. Let me win this first to 10. Unofficial first to 10. Oh, Eddie. I need to stop pretending that he is, like, vulnerable to throws on Wake Up. It's very tempting to try and expose people like that, but I don't think it's happening here. Bursts. Just as I say that he's not vulnerable to these throws, he's proceeded to get hit by it twice in a row. So it turns out I still need to press these wake-up throws sometimes. Does that work? It does. Oh, Eddie. That's not good. Oh my god. What's going on? The back dash. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I'm missing a lot of diagonals, I think, last time I checked. So it's fine for supers, if I have like a double quarter circle super, but special inputs are no bueno. Did you press? No. Weird choice. I've seen two weird things happen multiple times now. One is that like kind of very, very unsafe card. And then second is that IAD YRC that goes in a really weird direction. I heard you quit Maple for Exerd. That is correct. He's still in the process of selling gear, and it's coming up to a nice around maybe like. Okay, actually, maybe I shouldn't disclose the full amount now, but I'm making some decent bucks. Considering I was the type of player that did not spend money on gear, so. At least I'm getting somewhat paid for my very long, enduring efforts. Yeah, Nexon sucks, and it's been that way for multiple decades now. And that is probably a black hole I'm not entering again. Like a turbo suit, yeah, in Korea, they had this like massive controversy again for like the 100th time. And the Korean FTC said, no, this is... We have to make an example out of you. And they gave them an unprecedented fine for their wrongdoings. And the Korean game development scene in general is getting like a little bit more attention nowadays by the Korean government. And there are new regulations and stuff being made. One of them is like, if there is a dispute between a user and the game developer, the onus is now on the game developer to prove their innocence, as of this new law they're gonna pass soon. Because like if you assume a game developer scammed you, like they told you the probability for an item is actually lower than it actually is. From a user perspective, there's very little you can do to try and make any claims of truth or otherwise untruths, right? You can't like go into the game files and dig things up legally anyways, so. The trade was discussed. Yeah, that's Jam. Jam versus Zato, and this happens. But yeah, Maple dead, Nexon dead. Burst? Damn. Well, if you're ever down for axle mirrors, let me know. Yeah, I saw you working on a Slayer earlier. As of having gone to Frosties, I am a little bit more, I think, focused on playing Zato. Well, there was like a crossroads. One was, okay, I could just play like Eno or something, and maybe that will bring me better results. And the other is like, okay, well, I still see some things I could do better with my Zato, obviously. And no matter how difficult and strenuous that might be using Zato, it's like the value that I can provide to the game isn't limited to just winning, right? Like if I play a character that no one else plays, I think there's value there in terms of just having the character be present in the competitive scene, right? That's not safe. Should've went for Eno. Yeah, I thought about it. In fact, I was doing some FTC stuff in training mode. And the character is fun. Like, it's the type of negative edge that Eno has is more similar to that of like Street Fighter negative edge, where it's like Street Fighter 4 Jury. More so than like a anime game negative edge system. I need to burst here, but okay. Go. That was a bad great white, by the way. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that 2H, to be honest. Alright, go, my child. I crossed up, that was fucked up. I need 2 extra technical fucked up Enos in NA. Yeah, Marlon is like the only person you see that does the really cool shit, right? In North America. Like I was fighting Eno boys a few days ago, and I was like, yeah, it's Eno. It's like Eno, and then these are all things I could probably do if I played the character. Like, not that you have to do any of that, to be honest. Like, you could probably get away with only doing those non-fucked up execution stuff, and still do, like, super well. But it's just like, you have a character that lets you be mechanically expressive. It just feels like a waste not to use all this stuff. What was that? I could take a burst bait, but I didn't have bursts. Okay, the objective is to steal bursts this round. Okay, never mind. I actually can't combo there into drill. Can you believe it? Like, if I do far drill, Jam is too close to me, so I can't knock down. If I do close drill, that happens, where the drill is too close to me, so I can't knock down. It's a day in the life of Zato in Xrd. Also, I know Julian in Xrd. He, I don't know what his motivations are with this game, to be honest. Like, to me, he is like a BB first, gamer. Is he calling last one? 2 more from here. Okay. Oh, you can't do that. Okay, never mind, I can. Executor needs to be way fatter upwards for it to be a actually reliable super. That's not what I wanted. The hell is Zato supposed to do against 5k spam? You guess very accurately. But there's not like a thing you can do that's like solidly this is the thing you do. That Jace didn't hit. Can't tell if that was a burst bait or a misinput. It's probably a burst bait. That didn't combo. Man. If I don't burst there, I die. This shit reminds me of Third Strike Ibuki. That was a weird burst direction. This man is pressing on my plus buttons. I would have liked the drill to be a little bit closer to me so it doesn't actually connect. That way it gives me more pressure. Oh, that's not what I wanted either. See, Eddie dying to bursts is one of the most aggravating things from a Zato perspective. It's like, you guessed correctly, and it's like sometimes you just can't do anything about it. It's like that plus when you block a burst, Eddie also goes away. That too is pretty bad. Okay, I don't die here, but I have like 10%, no, 5% left. Oh man. GG's. I don't know if he wants to do one more to break this tie. Oh, actually, hold on. He already break the tie. GG's. Eddie dying to burst is, yeah, Eddie dying to burst, Eddie dying to dead angle. But dead angle is like more intentional, you know? Like a lot of times you'll just overlap yourself with Eddie. For burst, it's usually like, I got the right response to the thing you were trying to do, which is burst in this case. And I cannot do anything, like I can't reposition Eddie anywhere. I can't make him go away in advance. He just has to die, or he just has to go away. Do you want to play more? Yeah, I can do more games. Here, I'll post the lobby. All right. See, like there too, Eddie Eddie shouldn't really die there, but it's like the game, I guess, thinks otherwise. Well, it's not exactly an efficient meter usage. So something Slayer should be doing is backdashing most of these drills mid-screen. There we go. Drills and buzzsaws both can be backdashed. Backdash, in the case of the buzzsaw, it's backdash into FD jump backwards. Okay, well, burst dot is gone. Oh, it's not good. Slayer has a lot of opportunities in neutral to get in here, and usually it's like it's a matchup where I end up having to backdash and air backdash a lot. Like that's the natural conclusion that I have to come to. Because number one, I don't want to play RPS with a Slayer. Number two, I can't really compete with my buttons, and so the only thing I can do is back off and try to find a small gap in which to get in during that process of backing off. Damn. Nice. I definitely have this thing where some buttons are just not getting pressed. It's like I'm not putting enough pressure on the button physically. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, very painful. Combo misses. I think Slayer has very little reason to press anything other than 2H to kill Eddie. He does have burst dots. Oh, it doesn't anymore. What are things that make life difficult for Zato? Be it making neutral more annoying to control, or just the stuff he can't deal with like other characters can. So the thing that makes Zato's life difficult is, number one, he's designed in a way where the character is supposed to have difficulty getting knockdowns. It's just how the character concept works. In return for that, Zato as a character is supposed to have very good rewards when he does get the knockdown, that he's worked very hard to get. So that makes sense, right? Like, difficult to get knockdowns, but the knockdowns are more valuable. The problem in this game is the rewards that he gets for getting that knockdown that he worked so hard to get are, like, not actually that good. Like, it turns out that the types of pressure he's doing is, like, gapless, and, like, you can do multiple at once, or per knockdown. Like, it turns out those are, number one, there are some pretty good answers to them, like Blitz, for example. And number two, it turns out that a lot of other characters can do something very similar to him. And those characters do not have, like, the high cost attached to getting those valuable situations. Good example is, like, I guess a good example, you could look at, like, Ram or Milia, and look at the relative ease with which they can get knockdowns, and the number of times they can mix their opponent each time. And if you compare the two characters that way, it's like, yeah, what really are the merits of playing Zato? And the thing that is left, that Zato is, I guess, still, like, good for, or, like, is enjoyable for, is the ability of controlling Eddie in neutral. That's kind of the only thing left, really. And it's probably the only reason any Zato player play the character in Rev 2.1. It's, like, controlling Eddie is a fun thing to do. It's like a lot of skill expression there. There's a lot of variety in the types of players and the way they control Eddie. That's not good. Furthermore, like, he also has... he's, number one, missing some things from older games that made him better. Like, he had a Gatling from Far Slash to 2D that he does not have here. And in this version of the game, Zato has some serious flaws to his buttons, like more so than he should. Where it's like very basic combos like 5p 2D are just not working because the range on 2D is just a few pixels too short. And that kind of thing feels more like a design flaw than a balancing thing, honestly. Like, there's so many situations where you just want to do the least damaging knockdown combo, 5p 2D. That's what you want to do, and it just doesn't work sometimes. Will you get chipped out? Oh. I imagine that's why Faust is even good for Zato then. He just easily knocked down within white hell. Yeah, he has that issue. And when you're facing someone who has a lot of Zato experience as Faust, you will not see that Faust player get knocked down or like get hit by a random drill or whatever that's on the screen. Because they just have figured out how to get around it. I'm not doing my combos properly. But yeah, that is a problem for Faust if you're like not so well versed with Zato. Or like even if you are well versed, it is still very annoying that your character is so huge, and then you have all these like super active hitboxes on the screen all the time. I've had that happen twice now this session. Should work. No? Oh my god, that's a J2K timing, and he chose to do that instead. He has a similar issue in Strive, where one of his go-to punishes is 2K 2D, and a max range 2K won't connect with 2D. Yeah. See, like, in plus R, or like AC, Zato's 2D feels a lot longer than it does in this game. And like they must have changed it. Like it's a conscious decision. Oh my god. But I don't really know why, because it's not like his offense relative to other characters has become so much more powerful compared to the older games. Like, here's an example. If you give me Milia Secret Garden on every single knockdown, like, every single knockdown, no matter how bad of a knockdown it is, then, like, yeah, for sure, just make my normals dog shit, it's fine. But that is not the case in this game. Man, he still held Blitz there. That's not safe. Now that I think about it, does Zato like an aggro yet risking getting beat up by Invite Hull Faust or an item farmer Faust more? I need to read that again. One sec. Where's my blitz? That works. It's fine. Does Zato like an aggro yet risking getting beat up by Invite Hull Faust or an item farmer Faust more? So it's not like the type of thing you want to try and measure which one you like more by, if that makes sense. It's more of like what other playstyles is the Faust player taking that affects which one I like more so than like that kind of difference. But personally, like I know what you're talking about, and I do prefer when the Faust player is trying to get in more as opposed to like just kind of laying back and throwing items. But that's because like the types of players I've seen do that tend to be the ones that I just beat more. So I'm not sure if it's like a preference truly. Oh my god, my execution is in shambles. See, that counter it made that 5H unconfirmable because of the range that it puts the opponent at. If it were non-counter 5H, I would have comboed. There's another weird Exert Zato thing that just makes him very, very weird to play in a not a good way. It's like, I gotta counter it. I should be rewarded, but here I am not getting rewarded. Should be punished a lot harder. Is Exert Zato just a sentient bug at this rate? I mean, like, he's not that bad. Like, given... despite everything that I say, the character is still functional. Like, you can still win matches, like no matter who it is. If you play the character in the most perfect way possible that you could possibly imagine, like I don't know, you train an AI to play Guilty Gear Xrd in the best way possible, and you just have that thing play Zato, you can probably win tournaments. Like, aside from the reaction speed issues, where it'll like obviously outpace human players. If you're like to control for reaction speeds and all that, you can still take games. It's just the type of bad that Zato is just makes it really unfun for the user sometimes. Like, take Potemkin. Potemkin is another character people unanimously agree is just really bad at the game. But Potemkin, unlike Zato, has the kick, where when you get one really good pot buster, or like you get one really good counter at 6H, that thing is like it's a high, and it's a really good feeling, right? For Zato, he doesn't really have that, and so it's just it just feels like constant suffering, despite like the character not being like significantly worse than pot, right? Like the type of enjoyment that you'll get is in much smaller doses, where you are like, oh shit, I got a really good like neutral sequence there with Eddie, or like I really smoothed around my opponents really well there with using Eddie. And all those things are really not like huge hits of dopamine. Okay. And it's not to say like Pot is a better character than Zato necessarily. That's not it. That's not what I'm talking about. It's more like the reason to play each character is very clearly different. Pot and Zato are the Sisyphus difference. Is Pot gets to keep the boulder at the top. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, like not even that necessarily, because it's not like, again, it's not discussing win rate or like the theoretical win rate if you were to be the perfect player for that character. It's more just like Pot sometimes gets to push the boulder up like halfway in one frame, but is suffering for the rest of it. And then Zato is like, you are just constantly, inch by inch, pushing the boulder very slowly, but constantly. Alright, he's a Slayer gamer. Oh. Puck has to hire Messi to kick the boulder every once now and then. Yeah, it's like here, this is the reason why I play Pot. And you can like think of so many examples where Pot just gets like a massive reward off of something. But, you know, Zato is still enjoyable to play. It is still a character that is not a joke character. Speaking of which, I did want to go back to playing Melty Blood a little bit, which I haven't done in at least 3 years. And the character I used to play in Melty is Nekoark, C Neko, and I wondered if I do go back, would I be playing C Neko still? And I think I would, because I played TL, and I played TL because I wanted to spite Melty players, because I'm not a Melty player, and all I wanted to do was beat Melty players using a character that they that is not really a Melty character. And the only character you can really do that in with AC is probably Nekoark. That's not safe. It's not safe either. Zato players having to resort to at least he isn't a joke character is so wild. It is how it is. I heard someone, I read someone on Discord like a long time ago say that I'm a Zato down player, and I wonder if that's true because like yeah I say things that are not good about the character. It's true, but I think I'm not exaggerating on any point, which I think is a necessity to be called a down player. I did this too with a character in Soku. So there's a character in Soku called Suako, and Suako has a massive issue where that character, when she is holding down, so like 1, 2, or 3, the character goes on a lily pad. Okay. Or sorry, yeah, this is not the relevant part. This character, when she is holding forward, so 6, this character does like a small hop. Okay. So when you do a hop, you're in the air, right? Not only that, but it takes like it has startup frames for the hop, and it has a lot of recovery, and it makes it so that this character effectively cannot block cross-up hits, because if you press forward in advance, so the character is coming from behind you, or sorry, the character is coming from ahead of you, and is about to cross you up by going behind you. So what you have to do is you have to press forward in that situation. Suako is the frog girl, right? Yes. So you have to press forward to block, since they're gonna cross you up. But this character goes into like this hop that has recovery and that is punishable when you're holding forward. Therefore, if you're trying to block a cross-up, you get hit by the thing you were trying to guard against. Like that's a serious character flaw that is real and that cannot be like called downplaying, right? It's like the same thing for the things I'm talking about with Zato, but it's just the things are less extreme. If you exist, you get called a down player. I've seen people say there's extra down players before. The one valid point at least is, I'm pretty sure still that any character can win a major tournament. I'm pretty sure. Even if you're playing pot or like, I don't know, pot, answer, Zato, whatever it may be, Deadman, I'm pretty sure you can win. Not sure why I'm doing unblockable here. Multi-blood music is so good. Yeah, I like the one where you're in the house or like mansion lobby. I have no idea what the thing is called though. It's like house daytime or something. Does he get hit by drill? He does. Hello, some Johnny Venom Faust infested top 8. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. Oh, I'm too close. He's gonna spend all his meter again. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I held down back. Please die. He didn't die. Here's the thing, okay? I feel like so the way my Frosty's games went was I played a Johnny player, or at least in terms of the losses I had. I played a Johnny player, and then I played Elfelt. The first game was a 2-0 by the Johnny, and then the second one was a 2-1 to the very last round. And I think those games were played in a way where any small little thing that would have changed could have made that game in particular go in a very different way. So like I probably could have, realistically speaking, like most conservatively speaking, I could probably have made top 8, but it's just like a number of trials required thing. Like if I were to simulate myself in that tournament X number of times, like it's not too out there for me to be in top 8 in that tournament. But yeah, you're right. Like you have to dodge. Number 1, you have to dodge so many bad matchups. Number 2, the character is just like not. I feel like it's not really well suited for short sets. Or at least like the way I play the character, I guess. You don't really have to do it this way. But you know, at least I didn't play like a very good Jacko player or a very good Biken player. Both could have happened. In the meantime, there is a Ottawa tournament. So Ottawa is like a 5-hour drive from where I am right now in Toronto, and hopefully that one is won for now. For anyone unaware, Ottawa has players like SA, he plays Eno, has Glacial Rain, who plays Leo. It has a guy that changes his name too much, but he plays Milia. I think his last known name was Triple Tactics Tony. Among other players that I should remember, but I don't. Yeah, that power bunker could have worked. So Slayer can always bypass close throw to hit Zato, but it's just a timing thing with the delayed power bunker. Oh, I didn't dash. I've also been trying to dig up like super old footage of Zato, I don't know, like Twitter combos and that kind of stuff too, just in case like maybe I missed something about this character that actually makes it pretty good. But there is no such thing, and if I do find such a thing, it's like outdated. You can't do it in Rev 2. Like there was a really cool mid-screen dust combo, the one where you do like basketball loops, but you could end it with an unblockable in Rev 1. Because the way dusts work, I think, was a little bit different. And that would have been really cool if it worked, but alas, it is not real in this game. But overall, Frosties was a good time. 10 out of 10. If you are a Guilty Gear player, Frosty is the place you should be trying to go to. I talked to Mayumisu about this too, and he's like, yeah, like this, like what we came to agree upon was that the center of Exord right now, and probably plus R, but definitely the center of plus R, the center of Exord right now, is at Frosty's. Like there's no other single place where it is better of an environment for you to play the game, more so than Japan or any other region. Like Japan right now, if you want to play Exord offline, your only option is to go to one, or like there's, I think 3 overall in all of Japan, but they're all pretty spaced out. You have to go to them on Fridays only, and you cannot get games elsewhere or at other times, to my knowledge, from what I was told. And if you compare it to how that was before, it's like, yeah, I guess it's just... Part of it is just arcade culture dying, but... Oh, I did also find a Potemkin player that I highly suspect to be Consomme. And I found him playing on Steam. And I asked Mayumi's about this, like, is Consomme-san not playing online on Steam nowadays? And he said yes, so it must be him. Like, I can't imagine that Potemkin player that I played being anyone else, like, with how good of a player he was. So I'm pretty sure that, like, more of these Japanese players are playing on Steam too now. Which is super good news, since if you're in West Coast especially, you're gonna have a ping of like around 130-ish, I would guess, to Japan. Which is like super playable. That's not too bad. It's like me to Western Europe, or maybe a little better than that even. And so if we have an environment where NA people can also play to Japan, that'll be like such a huge improvement in game quality. Like my game with that Potemkin player was on the verge of being unplayable because of the number of rollbacks that were happening. But it was not impossible, at least. And I have to go back and find your Frosty mods. I think so. I found the match I played versus Hotashi. That was the Alpha player. But I don't know if the Johnny one was recorded. I did. Okay, so I did play matches after the tournament for money matches. Okay, I played 3 different players. I played Glacial Rain, the Leo player from Ottawa. I played Lazy, the Axel player. And then I played Hotashi, and I came up with $40 net gain because I bet wait, hold on, 40. So yeah, 40 net gain because I bet $40 USD with Leo, and then I bet $20 with Axel, and then I lost 20 to Hotachi. It was like a 4-7 or a 5-7. I don't remember exactly. So I got the equivalent of like maybe 7th place that way at least. And I think apparently the one versus Leo got recorded. I'm not sure about the other ones. Or the one versus Hotachi I know for sure did not get recorded. But there should be at least one money match recording out there. It was a first to, I believe first to 10. Oh, I die here. The day Nage shows up in that playroom. Can you imagine? Oh, like all these extra players that used to play just suddenly come back. Edward is healing. You see all these Japanese names on that play lobbies. He's gonna use all his meter real quick. Yeah, there we go. Hey, it took like under 5 seconds. There we go. There's the delayed pile. Though I pray there's a revival. I mean, yeah, maybe. Like, it's not impossible that Exort of all games gets like a grassroots thing going on, like Melee, I guess. What I think is like not completely out there of a thing that could happen for the game is maybe Arxis will make like a legacy gear collection game on Steam. And it has all the good rollback and all the like better training mode maybe, and it just boosts popularity for the games for a little bit at least. That way. And you can play like all the old games, like including GG1 and Izuka, I guess, and Overture. That's the thing I could see maybe happening, right? Like complete Guilty Gear collection, and it has all the good netcode and all the good training. I shouldn't have used that either. I'm making really weird decisions right now, and I think it's being influenced by my not being used to this controller. Damn. Shows up in the RIP XX room, yeah. Is that guy still around? Cause, yeah, like, I think the last time I saw him was maybe like early last year. But I've not been consistently checking. Yo, hello. I think he tried to bite after that. It was a fake unblockable. It's fine. I swear I saw RIP XX around mid last year. I have zero idea who it might be. Because you know, if you at least... Like usually what happens if you have someone like that, like someone who's just constantly hosting lobbies and doing nothing else, usually it's because they're like streaming it somewhere and like are spectating, but this guy just kind of sits in the lobby not doing anything, so I have no idea what the goal is. Does it work? It does. I could have died. because I got hit first. Are you streaming this on Twitch? Yes, I am. On Twitch and YouTube. Arts Assembly. The one thing I really want happening is there's a modding scene for this game, or I say scene, but it's like 3 people, and they have been making like really good tools for the game. So there's 2 and 3-ish in particular that are really important. One is the wake up tool. 2 is another one called the lap tool, which tells you frame data in real time, frame data in gaps. Like if you do a block string, how much of a gap was there between those buttons that you pressed. It'll tell you in real time based on the things that are going on in the game. So that's the second one that's really important. A third one that's like a hitbox overlay tool, but it's not the old one that you know about. It's a new updated version that has a lot of other tools attached to it. And then there's actually number 4 too. Number 4 is Pangea's mod, and Pangea's mod is one that I'm using right now to simulate PS4 delay on netplay. And it does some other things too. But the most important one for my purposes is it lets me add delay to my netplay games. So I have it on 3-frame delay right now to emulate playing on a PS4, since offline tournaments are the most important thing. And the way it works is it's not just adding delay, it's compensating for the ping between you and your opponents, and then afterwards it adds rollback frames if necessary. So it's like, imagine if it were pre-rollback. It adds delay if you have a laggy connection, right? So you can do that here, manually, by adding 3 frames to your PC extrude. And if the ping between you and your opponent is within 3 frames, so like however many milliseconds, it will not add any rollback to your game, because the delay in frames is already like covering for it. Which is how a lot of other games with rollback do it anyways. Like if you played Melty, the old one, or the new one, I think Uni 2 has it too, someone told me. These games all operate like this. Like you manually set a delay, and then the rest is rollback. This mod lets you do that in Exert too, which is super good. How's PS4 delay different at all? PS4 has supposedly has 4-frame native input delay, as opposed to PC's 1-frame input delay. So if you're someone that only net plays all the time on PC, like I do, and then you go to a tournament where they have everything on PS4s, you're gonna have to spend a few hours getting used to the difference. I wonder why they don't use PC over PS. There are some logistical issues with PC. Like a major one, or well, I mean, like there's a few. One is if you're using PC, you probably have to deal with updates, like Windows updates. You probably have so many more variables in terms of things happening in the background that cause issues with your game. You are probably going to have controller issues in ways that you don't for a PlayStation. And then it's probably going to cost more than a PS4 also, chances are. Oh, that didn't... I'm surprised that didn't hit me. Okay. But you are right. I think, especially with Steam Deck being out, and apparently it is pretty solid to run fighting games on. With Steam Deck being out, I could see some, maybe not tournaments, but like locals running entirely off Steam Deck. Like, I could see that happening. You can't have the the software that deals with USB inputs randomly rebooted. Yeah. Like, imagine if in the middle of a tournament set, you just have a Windows pop-up saying, like, it's time to update your system. It'll be kind of fucked up, right? Was surprised by the amount of Axel players in pools at Frosty. Yeah, there was PETA, or sorry, not PETA. There was a Lazy, and aside from Lazy, I saw at least 3 other Axels, but I have no idea how good they were. The one after this will stun. Oh, that should have stunned. Please stun. There we go. Nage versus Omido, except Omido whiffs the 6-page counter IAD punish on Nage because of the Wind Roar pop-up. Or yeah, like, even if it isn't like a blatant pop-up like that, like, you know how Windows sometimes will have things running in the background all of a sudden, and so it just makes your frames drop like crazy. That kind of thing can also happen. I'm thinking of getting a Steam Deck also myself, maybe, but the main motivation would be if I go to locals frequently. But the issue is, Toronto doesn't have a exert scene right now. And so the only other way I would get one— I didn't know why I did that. The only other way I would get a Steam Deck is if I play other games, and those other games have scenes in Toronto, but I don't think I'm gonna play Street Fighter 6, nor Strive, nor Uni. So, still thinking about it. But for a long time, I really did want a more portable thing that can run fighting games reliably. Like, the last one I was thinking about was the Xbox, the small one? Xbox Series something, and it's a smaller version. Like, that thing looked very portable. And it had a lot of fighting games on it, but it didn't have the ones I played, which is just Guilty Gear. But with the Steam Deck, like, it's just gonna have everything because it's running, well, Steam. Yeah. But I haven't really changed anything I have thought since Frosty, which is One, I'm probably not switching off the character. Like, I'm just gonna keep playing Zato. Two, I need to start going to more tournaments again. So there's, again, the one in Ottawa in about 2 weeks. And, yeah, that's about it. Just increasing activity, and I'm not escaping Zato hell for another like year at least, I guess. I really kind of wish, in hindsight, that I was not playing MapleStory for the better part of last year, and like honestly the better part of the past 3 years, because I think that Frosty's result could have gone a lot different. But what can you do? Man. Like, MMOs in general are just like such huge time sinks, and the reward that they give are it's so non-existent once you stop playing, because all the things you do, get like concentrated into things in game, like resources in game, like the gear you get, or the, I don't know, like items, the money you get. The time that you spend in those games gets translated into those things, but in fighting games, the time that you spend gets absorbed into your body physically, right? And so, in the end, it just feels more rewarding that way. Like, you're investing stats into your body when you play fighting games, which is a really cool part of the entire genre. And you can say something really similar for, I don't know, like Dark Souls. I'll probably never stop paying attention to what's happening in Maple, at least, because it's honestly like there's a massive crisis in that game every year, where it's like, oh, the game's about to like quit service because of this. You wake up in a cold sweat in the middle of the night as your hands start doing negative edge subconsciously. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if like that kind of thing happens, where even if it's not negative edge, like your hands just doing these combos that you practiced for hundreds of hours. And I have heard stories of people practicing combos that way when it needs to be like completely arcade culture, because you can't always be at the arcade putting in money. So the second best thing to do is just like tap your fingers on your table or whatever, pretending you are doing a combo. That was blockable. I had to just press back and I would have blocked. That beat Eddie. I used to do on every controller I held the 1K flower back bomb R0. Yeah, I mean, if you're just going about your day, not playing Xrd, there's two things you can do. One is you can be thinking about your matches, and just theory crafting what you can do to be better. And second is you can be pretending you're on a controller and tapping your fingers. That's it. That's not... okay, well... If you ever see Slayer do that air special, that thing is not safe. Also, I didn't mention this before, but as to the question why Zato is bad in this game, like he has some other technical reasons as to why that is the case, but I think that's a little bit too it takes too much time to explain for if I'm in game. Like it boils down to, if Zato is by himself in neutral without Eddie summoned, he has zero way to, without spending meter, transition that into Eddie pressure in this game. And that's a big difference from plus R, where he used to be able to just like transition from Eddie not being summoned to Eddie being summoned, and also doing pressure with Eddie. Like that move could happen in that game. Yeah, I just saw your set against a really strong JP pot. Wondering what your thoughts are on how they played and how much of it was attributed to milliseconds. So I'm pretty sure that was Consomme playing, and I got confirmation from Mayumizu at Frosty's that Consomme is indeed not playing on Steam recently. So I'm 99.999% sure now that it was him. What are my thoughts on how they played and how much of it was attributed? So I think at first, for the first like, I don't know, up to 10 games, it was maybe like 30% the ping that affected the win-loss rate. And then as the games went on, that started to matter less. But there was like, there were some pretty bullshit things due to lag, okay? Like if the pot is suddenly going from blocking to like midway through, what's it called? Hammer fist animation? Like that shit is not good. But I was, in that set in particular, I was doing things that I know I would not have done for some reason, that are not good to do objectively. Like he was doing something in RPS situations where like he would choose A and I would choose B to beat A, and then he would show C and I'm supposed to show D, and I do show D normally in my other games, but in that set for some reason, like I don't know if it was the ping like causing like the rollbacks and everything, but I would just not show D at all for some reason. And I felt this when I was playing the game too. Like when I was in the middle of that set, I was like, hey, I should be doing this thing that beats this thing the pot is doing. But for some reason, like, it just didn't come out. And maybe, like, if that really is due to the ping and not like something the pot player was doing in terms of like quote-unquote mind games, if that is the case, then I would attribute a lot more to the ping, if so. I really did not think it was him. Yeah, I didn't either. And then I I asked Mayumizu at Frosty's, and his words gave me confidence. And based on what I've seen, plus what he told me, like more Japanese players are now playing on Steam, which is pretty cool. Like you can imagine, if some of the older Exer names start playing again, that'll be hype. Come on, are you serious? Okay. Another reason is because I've never seen them as a nutty combo type. Yeah. Alright, go forth. Yeah, you can't 6p that. I wonder if any character can 6p under Great White. Do they play PSN? I would assume he used to, and then now he doesn't. That'll be my guess. Because like my knowledge of what Japanese players are doing is they supposedly, again, based on what I was told, they know that rollback exists, they know that it's really good, and the few players who are now playing nowadays for Exerd are all on Steam, again based on what I was told. I take some pointers from the matchup since I had absolutely no idea how to play Zato. Yeah, the struggle to find Zato footage is very, very real. I mean, like, it was to the point where, when I was trying to learn Zato, I would sometimes go as far back as Reload to find Reload Zato matchup footage, and try to see if, like, I could find any bits of things I can apply to Ref 2. Using that footage, and some of the recording quality during that era is like you cannot make you cannot distinguish Zato from the background sometimes, because like you know how he turns into like a black blob when he's in the air, and like some of the backgrounds in that game are very dark. With the 120p quality or whatever those matches are recorded at, sometimes you just literally cannot tell where the character is because the quality is so bad. That was the suffering I had to put up with. I'd love to see Omido playing Exert again. He's on Twitter here now, playing Strive Johnny, but I don't think he's been at tournaments. Something I saw, or something I heard Mayumizu say at Frosty's was, like he was like, it'd be cool if we could get like a NA versus Japan, like even if it's a net play tournament, because it is kind of doable. Like, it'd be cool if we had, like, a new era North American players versus, like, old era Japan, right? And so I asked him about, like, what about Omido? Or, sorry, not Omido. What about Ogawa? And he was like, yeah, I don't know about getting Ogawa to play again. He's busy playing all this other shit that's not fighting games. But Omido, maybe. And, like, Haken. And, like, Ein. That kind of stuff. It wouldn't be impossible. to get those players on board. He might not die here. He did not die here. Seeing Summit play Frosties after so many years was cool. Yeah, and one of the funny things he said, or one of the funny tweets that I saw him post, was that some of the matchups he was playing at Frosties were so, like, he hasn't played them in so long, that he went back and found old footage of himself playing those matchups. And I was like, I guess if you were the best player for a character, that's what you have to do, huh? Like, you can't find footage of other players, you just have to find old footage of yourself if you are the best player for your character. I think that works. Okay. My concern was fighting him at all, to be honest, much less than finding footage. I mean, like, it was cool. It was cool seeing all these Japanese players, since, like, it's not every day you find them, right? That you can play them. But at the same time, there's like a bit of a thought in the back of your head of like, I wonder how actively these players have been playing the game. I would love to see Nage make a return, but he seems to be fine with Strive. I'm assuming he plays Faust in that game too, right? Or maybe he's not such a... he's not the character loyalist I envisioned him to be. I also don't know how good Faust is in that game, because the last time I checked in to look at what the balance was like, it was back in... on release, basically, where Faust was absolutely horrible, apparently. Shit super here to kill. There we go. And Nage plays Strive Faust. I see. You know, we thought about playing Jacko when Jacko came out for Strive, because that character, unlike a lot of the other characters, at the time at least, actually had some pretty interesting combo depth and like the way you go about playing your game. But I could not, at the time, bring myself to play that game. The only thing at this point that will get me to play Strive is because the local scene that I have for fighting games is play Strive. And so if I determine that, like, yeah, I actually want to go to locals a bit more often, if that ever happens, then I would have to pick up Strive, I think. And I would probably not play Eddie, or not play Zato in that game. They keep making weird decisions today. It's like... they're a little bit earlier. I decided to use Nobiru to extend damage. And I Really should not have. Nice. Oh, something I did feel was I wish North America had a really good Sin player, because we used to have. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Kizuke used to play Sin, but then he moved off the character and started to play, I think, Johnny more. And there also used to be a pretty good Canadian Sin player too, but that guy, I think his main game was not Exert to begin with. His name is Psychotic, if you want to look it up. But he was a pretty good Sim player too. In the past, I think better part of 5-6 years, I think we've not had a super good Sim player here. Or not 5-6, more like 4 or 5 probably. Post-Strive era. Although, same thing can be said with other characters, for sure. Like, Axel, Jacko, kind of. I think we don't have a dedicated pot main, either. Where's my dash? Most of the issues that this game has right now, I think, fundamentally get solved if you just have more players playing. Like, the lack of matchups, the match of people playing the game overall, just creates so many problems with, number 1, matchmaking, number 2, like, character familiarity, number 3, tournament presence. Something I'm looking into right now is actually to see if people can mod in a way to see full lobbies. So if you search for player rooms, I would like if you could see rooms that are currently full. And what that would accomplish is, if you were someone who doesn't usually play the game, and then you get onto Exord and search for rooms, it's super demotivating if you see 0 rooms in your region, right? Everything is 2 bars, 1 bars, 0 bars. If you at least know that there are games going on from people in your region that you can not play, but the rooms are just full, I think that's a huge difference. So I would like, ultimately, to have a mod collection download, where you can just download the wake up tool, and the lap tool, and the hitbox viewer, and this thing that gets incorporated into whatever other mods that are out there, as an all-in-one download that is just recommended to every player who downloads the game. Which is what some other smaller games do anyways already. Melty does this, Soku does this. Oh. And I think it's Exert's turn to start doing something like that and push useful things to new players. To this day, I see people who regularly play the game, who are Exert players, they only play Exert, and they still don't know about the lap tool. Or they still don't know that Pangea's mod exists. And so you can imagine if you're a new player, how are you supposed to know? Not delayed enough. I think 2 more counter hits for a stun. Still 2 more. Now I'll probably reset. That was unbelievable, the hitbox. Does that work? It doesn't. Okay. I needed to do a air back dash, not a grounded back dash. Damn, 3 teleports. That's 1 too many for me. I was fine up to 2, and then I stopped trying to react. I'll do 1 more also. This is my last one. Yeah, that actually didn't combo in the middle. Best viewers on SMM. Thank you. Thank you very much. Do you think Jacko is too gimmicky to play consistently at high level? Saw one of Frosty's, which was interesting. So, the answer to that really is I don't know, because I haven't seen nearly enough Jacko footage to determine if this character is actually competitively viable or not. Like, I would guess it probably is, but again, I just don't see enough Jackos ever. It's also part of the reason why I'm still playing Zato, because I basically never have to deal with that matchup. If the game was at a state where, like, Jacko is the most popular character in the game, I'm not sure if I would keep playing Zato, to be honest. Alright, GG's, and 1 second. Alright. Puder used to make top 8 a lot. Yeah, that's a familiar name. Was the pot 2JD? Yeah, it's him. It's a 2J something number something something number. I played them for a while. They were fucking cracked. Yeah, I'm my confidence rating that that person is Consomme is pretty high. But let me put this up real quick. So I will put this on screen for people to see. Here. Number 1 is Wake Up Tool. I think this is the best known tool out there where you can input whatever you want for the dummy in training mode to do whatever you input on whatever thing you set it to do. So wake up, it'll do DP if you're a soul. That is number 1. Number 2 is Rev 2 Wake Up Tool, or sorry, not Wake Up Tool, Rev 2 Lab Tool. Where one of the things it does is it will calculate frame data in real time using things that are going on in game. So if you do something meaty, it will reflect how meaty it is. If a gap occurs in your block string, it'll record what that gap was. So it seems like 2K 5P Link has a 6 frame gap for Soul. And if I do Gunflame Meaty, I'm now 13 frames advantaged because I did the Meaty. Or like in this case, just far away from where Kai is standing. Things like that. And if your character heavily relies on specific gaps to get out of pressure or that kind of stuff, if you're a Potemkin player, it's super useful. That's number 2. Number 3 is Pangea's mod, and this is the one where it adds delay to your nut play games. So right now I have it to 3 because I'm adding 3 frames to the existing 1 frame to make it similar to PS4. And it shows you some other game state stuff too. So like you can see health, stun rating, your position on the screen in integers. So you can see exactly how much risk, exactly how much HP you have currently. And there is one more that I don't actually have set up right now, but it is basically just the hitbox overlay. The hitbox overlay is getting a lot of support right now, so it's like adding more features onto it that are not just the hitbox viewer. It's pretty cool. Actually, let me see if this works right now. Oh, hold on. This is the patcher. Okay, I don't think I have that up. That's fine. Those 3 are really good. If you play Xrd, you should probably have them downloaded, and maybe we'll have like a mega pack download somewhere in the future, so that everything is in the same folder. How's my Slayer? I actually don't know that matchup. It's a there should be things going on in neutral where you are chasing after Zato harder. But otherwise, I think, yeah, that's kind of the main thing. There are situations where like I should not be allowed to summon, or I should not be able to do drill, right? And so those you want to be like pressuring a little bit harder. And if you do that, it'll end up being the case that Zato is just backdashing all the time, and air backdashing with JD. And it's up to you to abuse the fact that my tension pulse has been annihilated from all those, and try to win the game using it. It's one of the... It's not such a bad matchup for Zato, the Zato Slayer matchup. Okay. Just to recap, I will be going to more tournaments, I will be playing online more, hopefully I'll be streaming more. and I will not be switching off Zato. I considered it. I considered switching to Eno, or I know it sounds weird, but I considered switching to Pot too. But I've decided that I will be playing Zato for the rest of the time. That's it. I will see you later. Goodbye. Thank you for coming.